All right. This will kind of give us with part two of the lesson. So let's go ahead and look at it. All right. Now, I know that actually I'm going to come back in just a moment. I will have this work for you and we'll talk about it. So let's resume. Now, you'll notice that 4w minus 7 equals 2w plus 13. You think because they both have w that they would be congruent, but the reason why they're congruent is because it's part of BC, which is first, second, and RS, which is also first, second. That's why they're congruent. So set them equal and you get w equals 10. Same thing with DE and TU. DE is 3z plus 10, and UT is z plus 16. You set them equal and you get z equals 3. Now, as far as x goes, 2x plus 9 equals 49 because B is first and R is first in the congruent statement. So therefore, that's why you set them equal to each other and you get x equals 20. Let me mark that real quick so you can see it. And then finally, the same thing with the y's. I got 2y minus 31 and y plus 10. Those are both congruent because they're both third and third in the congruent statement. All right, now let us get back to the original statement. Now you'll notice that this one already has the statements on there, which is good. So we could just go ahead and kind of work with that. All right. Now you're given that AB is parallel to CD. Now this is being parallel. All right, so they're parallel. And then that, of course, is the given. Now let's go ahead and mark that they're both, not only are they parallel, but they're also congruent. So I mark 1/ for the fact that they are congruent, but I also mark the arrows here because it shows that they are parallel to one another. Okay, now let's look. It says that 2 and 4 are congruent. But the question is, why are they congruent? Well, if you look, the lines are parallel. They are alternate interior angles. So they're alternate interior angles. All right, and I forgot to do one thing. What did I forget to do? That's right, I forgot to highlight the triangles that are congruent that we're trying to prove. So that is yellow, and this one is blue. Now, there's a reason why I do yellow and blue, because yellow and blue make green. Yellow and blue make green. I'm not much of an artist, but I do know that. All right, so I mark them congruent, and they both share a common side, AD. So AD is congruent to itself by the reflexive property. And then the two triangles are then congruent by side, angle, side. So it looks side, angle, side. Side, angle, side. All right. So we have that. And we are going to do one more. And this one even includes a statement as well. How nice. Normally they won't. But in this case, they do. Okay, so now let me pause this. I'm going to do one thing I just thought of. I hope that makes it a little bit easier to see. I originally had them in white, and I had the background in a different color, but it works better with gray, so I went ahead and made the font black. All right, so we're given that AB is parallel to ED, and AB is congruent to ED. So I'm going to go ahead and mark those two as parallel and congruent, parallel and congruent. All right, it also says that C is the midpoint of AD, and it says that AB is congruent to ED, which I already stated that. So these two are given. All right, so now here's what you need to know. It says that C is the midpoint of AD. So that means that these two segments are congruent to each other. Now it's by the definition of midpoint. Of midpoint. All right. Now, the next thing is, it says A is congruent to D. Why? Well, if you look, these are parallel lines. They're alternate interior angles. So A and D are alternate interior angles. Now, I forgot to do something. I forgot to mark that we're trying to prove that those two are congruent. I forgot to do that again. So sometimes I forget to do that. I don't mean to. I just do. All right. Now the question is, do we have enough to prove triangle congruence? If you look, side, angle, side. So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEC, and that is by side, angle, side. All right, so that's that. That is section 4.2. Spend some time looking over this and work on HQ 3 or 4-2 for this Friday.